Howdy, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albert Engel's Pro Career and Pro Cycling Manager 2024. All right, in this episode, we're heading off to defend Albert's German National Championship in the time trial and try and grab back our crown in the road race. We've only won that once. We weren't able to defend it, and then we missed that again the following year. So hopefully in our fourth year, we can manage to get that crown back for Albert in the road race. But first, we got to head into the time trial. All right, and here we are on the start ramp. We have some 118 riders ahead of us. Our main competition usually is Niels Pollitt, but Steinhauser apparently is ranked ahead of him. Yeah, Niels Pollitt there. It looks like Steinhauser is maybe potentially going to be on a better day, but Niels Pollitt still races pretty highly. Lipowitz, a former rider here at Bora, but gone over to Arkea in search of leadership, essentially, is another rider highly rated for the time trial. But yeah, this one looks like it's got Albert's name all over it. We'll see you guys when Albert's rolling down the start ramp. There's his old team, the Majora Push Bikers, where he started his career setting off. There's Niels Pollitt, Steinhauser, and here is Albert. The rainbow bands on his jersey as well. We have 33k ahead of us. I'm thinking 79. Something about that sounds about right. We are on a 0 day. You can see we got our what would they call that skill? It's like basically where you can turn your teammates into demons. So this is our first race with that ability, but obviously it doesn't do anything in a time trial. And see up in the top right as well, all Bora in the top 4 at the moment. Roosh coming in to split Dens from a top 5 sweep of all Bora team members. So not a half bad time trialing team, Bora, it seems. But 79 seems like a good number here so far for Albert. We're heading up a little climb. I can already see Steinhauser. Yeah, Albert's cooking. He's cooking here. He's looking good. Steinhauser only just ahead. 79 looks about right. We might have to drop it back to 78 shortly, although we got a bit of a descent here. Yeah, that seems about right. 79 I'm happy with for now. The descent again and then swing a left. Yes, okay. It's tracking well because we can... Essentially, the goal is you got to deplete red and yellow as you finish the TT. That's kind of how you essentially pace it as best as you possibly can. And you do that just by literally moving this dial up and down. There's not much to it in this mode. But yeah, Albert's on a nice day, it seems. I mean, only a 0, so not really anything too special. But his fitness is looking really good ahead of the tour. So this is really good signs. Down a little descent here as well. Okay, we're under 10k to go. He's got a bit left in the tank still. We might knock it back to 78 just to make sure we don't overcook ourselves too much. But yeah, Steinhauser has been caught. That was arguably his main threat to defending this crown. And we're already caught him. So we're at the 5k to go now. We're looking for Mr. Niels Pollitt on the road. We can't quite see him. We are in the forest here. We're going to swing a right, a bit more open. There he is. Okay, we're almost catching Niels Pollitt as well. It's one hell of a ride by Albert. There's Niels Pollitt across the line. It's, yeah, Albert's on good form for the tour. 2 minutes 48 over his own teammate, Maximilian Sachmann. A very strong time trialist he is as well in his own right. Felix Geiger there in 3rd place. Lipowitz, one of the ex-Bora men, in 4th, and Leonard Kemner, another Bora guy, in 5th. But that is the most dominant TT result I've seen Albert pull off in his career. All right, so that is the TT defended. I think from memory that is his 4th. That's his 4th TT crown that he's managed to pull off in his career. So he's on his way to equaling the great Tony Martin. He was always he felt like I think he has like 7 TT national championship jerseys for Germany. So he's on his way to equaling Mr. Martin. You would have remembered him if you're a fan of cycling or have been for quite some time. You would have remembered him in the HTC kit. It was actually pretty cool. He was always he was often world champ or German, one of the two. You never really saw him in a time trial in a standard trade team jersey, that's for sure. All right, let's get into a road race and see that we can't get our crown back. Oh, I just have to have a laugh at how many national championships there are on this day. I think this bar has been going for literally an entire minute so far. I can figure it out in the editing. I'll try to speed it up and show you how long it went for. But yeah, there's a lot of national championships on this particular day. It's the one point in the game that sucks a bit where the simulating through takes quite a bit of time. All right, here we are at the German Nationals. Unfortunately, it is the same circuit as last year, which is I kind of pancake flat. It does have a climb. There is a chance that Albert could get into a good position, maybe get away. Teutenberg is the favorite. Niels Pollitt, Walshard, Ballhaus, Albert's also there as well. So there's a chance we could get a result here, but it's going to be tricky. We're going to have to be on our best to see that we can't get away on that final lap potentially and get ourselves the win. 118 riders taking part in this year's German National Championship. So there's definitely a lot of German talent out there, definitely bolstering more and more and more. In terms of what the team's expectations are. Well, we're the sprinter. We have Kemner as a puncher and the rest as... Oh no, and Satchman as well as a puncher. Let's use sneaking just to get to the front of the peloton, hit maintain, drop the effort, and I'm going to say maybe Kemner to protect Albert. I know he's a rider that can definitely protect him the entire race. That's kind of the main reason. And also the fact he's on a -1. All right, we're going to jump forward whilst this breakaway forms. Okay, breakaway's formed. It is a 250k approximately race, this one, so it's incredibly long. Up the road, no major names, but just want to be mindful not to give them too much time. They've already been given 8 minutes, but Bora, Alpecin, and I think Bahrain, I can see up there, seem to be policing things for now. In terms of who the main competition is, obviously Teutenberg, which is already noted from Alpecin, he is really come of age. Look at that sprint, 81-81. He is Germany's best sprinter without a doubt. And not to mention he has the man he probably replaced as Germany's best sprinter, Pascal Ackermann, on his team. Jason Osborne to help, and Ulig as well. Niels Pollitt, can't discredit him. He is last year's German champion. I think he's won that crown twice or 3 times now. Ballhaus, 79-78 sprint, can't discredit him with Switzerland to help him out. Walshard, definitely a quick sprinter, but in the twilight of his career, so not as quick as he once was. And Cantor, a rider that if he can get away into a select group, could definitely win the whole thing. And not to mention Albert, who is Germany's best well-rounded rider and Tour hopeful. All right, the peloton is definitely ramped. Alpecin and Bora, the main 2 riders, our team, and Mr. Teutenberg's team, probably the most 2 motivated riders to get a win here. Although Albert definitely doesn't want to be facing up against Teutenberg in a sprint, 81-81. That's difficult to overcome, even for a rider like Albert. That is a true out-and-out sprinter. Albert definitely could win from a reduced peloton, and if Teutenberg, Ackermann, and probably even Walshard as well aren't involved in that finale. All right, we're at 30k to go. We've got riders being spat out of that front breakaway now. We're only a minute 30 back from it. But yeah, they're down to 6 riders now that other rider has been spat out of it. 30k to go, 2 more cents of the Grafenberg to come. That is that 5.4% climb. That only goes for a kilometer, but enough that it's been hurting quite a few riders so far. And there is an attack. It is Niels Pollitt, Holman as well. We're going to have to think about forming our own train here very soon. We might have to do it now, in fact. 26k is quite a long way, though. I think Wilksch and Kemner should be able to do a bit of a pull up this climb, though. Just adjust the Albert effort. It's all coming back together there. Okay, bit of a washing board effect. Up and over the top, we've got Marifor there trying to get off the front as well. A lot of riders motivated to catch here now that everything has sort of come back together. We've got Dens as the wheel we're probably looking at, and then Maximilian Sashman, or maybe the other way around even. Yeah, I think the other way around is the right shout. Hang on. Let's get this order correct, please. Sachman, Dens, Kemner, and Benz, I think, are the right order there. We'll sit Benz up onto 80. Just getting through everybody, please. Just want to keep this group policed as much as we can. Looks like it is, I don't know what team that is, if I'm honest, on the right there. Hilo? We got Steinhauser and Zimmerman out front still. Benz is doing a really strong job on the front, although he is cooking himself. He is now done. We're going to have to hit it. Follow up with Kemner on the front now. We've still got quite a few riders left from the team here. I still got a train of 3 in front of Albert. We've got Tuttenberg with 1 rider left. Zimmerman and Niels Pollitt trying to counter again off the front. Another group of 3 just to the right of us. We're going to have to up it to 99 with Kemner just to get that group all back together. Drop the effort back to 82 for a brief moment and then rev it back up to 88. All right, we got only Ulig and Tuttenberg there. Niels Pollitt's trying to go again. Let's rev it up again with Kemner just to keep this all back together. I'm going to have to hit it with Dens, I think, up this climb. Just around Kemner, perfect. We go. Yes, okay. Dens is getting it all back together. 3 riders away. We're catching Niels Pollitt. The team is looking really strong here. We're going to use this to make him overcome himself. See that he can't just keep drilling it. We need to keep this away. We look behind there. We've got the, I don't know, the purple team, we'll call it. And then the Bora boys doing an excellent job. Okay, let's go. Hit go, boys. Hit go in a big, big way. We've got 6K from the finish here. We're going to have to hope that Dens can take it deep. We're going to put him back on 90 because he's going to have to take us pretty far in. Niels Pollitt wants to go again. We've only got Maximilian Sachman left, so he's going to have to go over the top. Dens get onto Albert's wheel, out of the way, and in through goes Maximilian Sachman. We'll take the gel with Albert. Maximilian's doing a nice job. He has managed to round up Niels Pollitt. There is a raging peloton behind, though. Albert's going to have to strike it out very early here. It's a long, long, long way from the finish line, though. 500 meters to go. I think it's going to be just enough. It is. Albert has finally done it. He's got the crown back, and you can see how quick Tuttenberg was. Borhaus as well. So, yeah, we needed to go when we did, but boy, that Bora team, I tell you, that they're the sole reason why we won that one. They were able to absolutely rip it apart up there, Grafenberg. They destroyed the peloton in a huge way with Torn Tuttenberg there coming in second. It was huge gaps, actually. Well, not huge gaps, but the sheer amount of speed that they carried in the sprint, Borhaus and Tuttenberg absolutely ripped apart the rest of that peloton. Nico Dens holding on for 4th, though. Credit to him and the rest of the Bora team for getting Albert back in the German national champs jersey. That is awesome. He looks really good in the Bora strip as well, so I am stoked. We finally got that back for Albert. Next episode, though, it is the big one. The Tour de France is on the way. I'll catch you guys when we hit the streets of France and look to defend our crown, see if we can become a 2-time and double up at the Tour de France, see if we can get the yellow jersey for the 2nd time. Peace out, guys.